strange, outrageous, and utterly bizarre. Creatures, animals, and a few encounters. We often miss things which are the craziest of all, but thanks to the cameras capturing them for us, here are the most insane things which no one would have believed otherwise. Gorilla crow. A crow born with arms instead of wings, or a wild animal with a sharp nib? Spotted in Japan, this odd-looking giant crow has been puzzling the onlookers with its strange appearance and has speculated many theories, with many calling it a byproduct of some latest science experiment, while the rest assumed it a hybrid bird and even named it a gorilla crow based on its massive size. But the examiners had something else to say, as they believe it was just an ordinary crow which happened to have a relatively large beak and was basking in a strange posture with its wings lowered toward the ground, which caused its legs to appear wider. Yet, nothing could be said for sure, as it was the first time they were observing such quirky behavior. Glowing fish. Here, meet another miracle of the ocean, a comb jelly. Known for its remarkable jelly-like feature and famous for the ability to glow, even though several deep-sea fish have exact characteristics, being the only one which floats on the shallows is what makes it unique. Considered a prehistoric creature, these comb jellies play a significant role in marine ecosystems. These jellies have bioluminescence, which makes them glow in the dark and are often captured in the Floridian waters in the Indian River Lagoon. Clump of creepers. A man discovered this creepy-looking creature during his hike in Mexico, looking like a ball of fur. The creature appeared to be an alien species which he had encountered. But there was more to come, because just when he dared to touch the monstrous-looking hairy creature, it scattered all over the place and shocked the already terrified man. But according to the researchers, it's a common phenomena among these crane flies called daddy long legs, which are closely related to spiders. These creepers usually spend most of their night hunting and days in clusters, which helps them in defense against predators. Frozen frogs. Defying all the odds, this wood frog defeats the extreme temperatures and survives even after being completely frozen through the winters. Yeah, it's exactly how I've explained it. Meet the Alaskan wood frogs, which remain solid and frozen during the 7 months of winter and spend it in complete hibernation. But when the spring comes, they are observed melting and eventually coming back to life. This happens because of the high concentration of glucose present in their cells and prevents them from totally freezing. Therefore, only 2/3 parts of their body become solid during winter. Gator with missing jaw. Living without its jaw and literally surviving the impossible, this alligator found in the wilds of Florida shocked the onlookers with its striking appearance, as it was living without an upper jaw, which might look like a minor injury, but by causing difficulties in biting and grabbing prey, it could prove fatal for the gator. But this one was surprisingly healthy and didn't show any signs of sickness. Giant flying lemur. Creeping and gliding all over the surface. What the is it? This bizarre creature, giving the eeriest vibes, shocked the man when he captured it in his backyard. The animal was about 35 centimeters long. It had webbed feet and a bat-like body, which made it appear even creepier. And it was not until the man uploaded the video on the internet that he realized that the scary animal was actually a flying lemur. Flying lemurs are considered a rare species in other regions of the world, which eventually results in them being considered a mystery creature. Surviving without water. One moment it's dead, and the other it's all set to go back into the fresh water. Captured in China, this miraculous fish has been a hit on the internet, as many believed that it came from the mystical depth of the water. Because how else would you explain the revival from death? Well, the reality is disappointingly simple, as it's not an alien nor a supernatural creature. But this zombie fish is actually a pleco, which can turn on its hibernation mode and can survive months without water. Half pig, half human. These farmers were left stunned when their goat gave birth to a strange baby. It looked like a combination of a human and a pig. Wait, what? A goat's baby resembling a human and a pig? Is that even possible? Well, plausible or not, this is what really happened in a small town in the Philippines. This furless baby looked like a mutated pig, which had shiny, pale skin, but was actually a goat's baby. While the locals called it a curse, experts believe it might have happened due to a mutation in the womb, but nothing could be said for sure about this unprecedented incident. Miniature creature. This tiny dino-like creature captured in Australia has been troubling the people's minds. Long neck and a small body with even smaller feet. Though only 2 inches tall, it was enough to scare the onlookers. And when uploaded on the internet, viewers speculated many theories about the mystery creature, with many believing it to be the revival of long-gone dinosaurs, while the rest claimed that it was an unknown creature from the wild that had been captured for the first time. But whatever the case might be, one thing was for sure, that this was not an ordinary creature that was caught by these men. Giant armadillo. 2 farmers in Brazil were left stunned when they came across an extremely huge armadillo trying to dig a burrow in their land. Where they normally grow to 15 inches, this one was insanely large and weighed more than 35 pounds. Therefore, failing to grab the giant animal, he let it run. And look at it go, carrying so much weight and still running fast. And here, recovered from mud, was another giant one, which too was trying to get rid of the man. Armadillos are often seen avoiding people, which is mainly because of the excessive fear of humans, as living in the burrows, they're not used to such encounters. Cyclops shark. A shark, an albino, and born with only one eye. It really did not give a chance to anyone. Where biologists keep hearing several encounters of people with Cyclops sharks, this one-eyed shark, washed up on the beach of Mexico, was the first one to be officially recognized. The 22-inch-long embryo was recovered by biologists, who discovered a struggling pregnant shark first, and this is what she delivered along with the other 9 healthy pups. But unfortunately, it died soon after birth due to its deformities. Longest eel. Normally reaching the length of 2 feet max, American eels are commonly used as bait in fishing. But found recently in the beach of Texas, this elongated eel shocked the researchers as it was measured to be 4 feet in length. The female eel was thought to be an incredible discovery because of their rarity, because usually living in fresh waters and rivers, they're considered endangered due to excessive building of dams on the surroundings, which affects the life cycles of such eels, and even the fishes. But determined to preserve the rare species, scientists are hopeful to save the eels from going extinct. Frilled neck lizard. Meet the frilled neck lizard, an undoubtedly quirky creature from the wild. Native to Australia, this incredible creature has an even remarkable defense behavior, because when threatened by something, it widens its jaws and expands the frill rounding its face. And in some cases, can even pounce on the supposed threat to cause it harm. But not always in an aggressive mood, they are often seen avoiding encounters and running with super speed to a safe place to protect themselves. Mutated goat. Captured in India, this goat was born in a small village with the most unusual features. The baby goat had 2 human-like eyes in the middle of its face, and the upper part of its head was weirdly swollen, which raised suspicions among the people, and some even considered it a bad omen for their crops. But according to the veterinary doctor, it happened due to a genetic mutation, which causes difficulties in the development of an embryo, which eventually results in birth mutation. Clinging creature. Not always giants, but sometimes a tiny creature may be enough to scare people. One such incident happened when a resident of Bali spotted a weirdly winged creature hanging to the ceiling. The unusual creature had wings on its upper body and 4 furry tentacles in the lower part, which added to its freakish appearance. Looking like an alien, this clinging weirdo with a weird combination of wings and arms was considered a species of moth belonging to the family Arctiinae, who have this creepy contrast that helps them in attracting mates. Real pterosaur. This recently captured image has been baffling people as it shows an extinct species of dinosaurs flying high in the sky. Spotted in the state of Idaho, footage shows a lizard-like creature with wings hovering in the sky and is compared with the prehistoric species of dinosaurs known as pterosaur. But pterosaurs, also referred to as winged reptiles, have roamed the Earth some millions of years ago. So, how could it be possible for a long-gone creature to suddenly appear in the sky? Where many refuse to believe in the evidence, there have been a number of people who claim to have seen a similar flying creature in the surrounding areas, and the silence of researchers on the footage is alarming for the people. Dragon chickens. With their massive bodies and the giant-sized legs, these chickens are known worldwide for their remarkable qualities. Significant in Vietnamese culture due to the soft and sweet meat they provide, and initially related to special occasions only, they've now become an important part of their daily meal and are even worshipped in some parts of the region. And the fact which makes them even more exceptional among the rest of chickens is the rare breeding process. Because normally weighing more than 15 pounds, the dragon chickens are given a rare diet, and only 1 out of 10 chickens are considered for breeding and are given special care since the initial months, which eventually increases their demand in the market. Leaf insect. Given the name due to its extreme resemblance with a leaf, this insect is another wondrous creature of nature and is also referred to as a dead leaf insect because of the similarities. With the females of this species containing a larger body than males, they are quite dominant too, because where a male can reach only 1 inch in length, a female is usually twice their size. Well, not only in size, but covered in thorn-like spikes, they are better in camouflaging in the forest and tricking the predators too, and are considered the masters in disguising themselves among the other mantises, which also mimic the leaves. Giant whale. Dwarfing the people standing beside it, the massive whale washed up on the beach of Chile, leaving the onlookers stunned. The whale was estimated to be 30 meters in length, and the decaying carcass was spotted by the beachgoers. Responding to the call, though, the rescuers immediately started the efforts to pull the enormous carcass. It took them about 8 hours to finally remove the whale away from the beach. Even though the actual cause behind its appearance remained unknown, the scarred body indicated that it might have faced a brutal accident, and some even blame it on climate change, which is causing marine life to suffer badly. Conjoined whale. Declaring it an unprecedented discovery, the Mexican biologists were left stunned when a massive carcass of a whale was caught swimming in the Scamans Lagoon, which is the breeding ground of gray whales. Initially assuming it to be a 2-headed whale, they later discovered that it was actually a rare mutation they were observing, as not 2 heads, but the 2 whales were attached from the abdominal part. The whale carcass was measured to be 4 meters long, with half a ton of weight, which was quite unusual for gray whales, as typically they're born much bigger. But according to the researchers, this rare deformity might have occurred during the embryonic phase, in which the 2 embryos failed to separate. Humpback whale breaches close. While diving in the deep water, the only thing which scares and excites the divers at the same time is a whale. Thus living his nightmare, this diver was caught swimming just meters away from the whale, and it felt like the whale would swallow the man in seconds, but it didn't. Instead, it turned its head in the other direction. But this was not the case with this group of divers, which was captured swimming with an enormous shark. It happened off the coast of Hawaii when the divers encountered a massive great white shark. But instead of swimming away, they dared to experience the majestic animal closely. Hairy trail. Captured in the wilds of South Africa, this never-ending trail of fur was what creeped people out. Beginning from the tree, it was extended far to the ground. So, an unknown creature? Or just a trail of hairy worms? When the footage reached the wildlife enthusiasts, they went with the latter with a small modification and cleared that not worms, but they were actually newly hatched caterpillars. And that's just how they look for food. Yeah, forming a line which can reach meters in length, these larvae are actually hunting and should not be disturbed, as a slight distortion might cause them to remain scattered for hours before they can form the trail again. Massive turtle. Spotted on the Catalan beach of Spain, this monstrous-sized turtle left the people in awe, as it was the first time they had encountered such a massive turtle. The Goliath animal was 2 meters tall and weighed 440 whopping pounds. It was so huge that the rescuers had to use an excavator to remove the enormous leatherback from the beach. Leatherbacks are one of the largest turtles present on Earth and are also the oldest one, as they've been present for hundreds of millions of years and are considered fundamental in the marine ecosystem. Disguising predator. Concealed in the depth of the sea, blending in the reefs, is this sneaky predator, which might not be visible because of the reefy seafloor, but only comes out when it is sure of its win. Well, that is not all from the horrors of the reef fish, because despite the distinguishing abilities, it is also the most venomous. And the venom is not only fatal for marine life, but is also considered deadly for humans, as a single bite would do its work. But don't get scared just now, as they possess another haunting feature, which is that they are quite fast attackers and can literally finish their prey in less than a second. Octopus eats shark. If you think of sharks as strong and mighty animals that can knock down anything with a simple bite, think again, as I'm here to show you an even stronger creature from the deep sea that can finish a shark in seconds. Okay, I'll stop with the exaggeration now. But this did happen in the Seattle Aquarium, where an octopus was seen killing a shark, which might seem strange, but it's surely not impossible for the huge tentacled beast. Shark flips. While fishing in the Floridian waters, a fisherman accidentally captured a thresher shark, which was estimated to be more than 1 meter long. But after taking the necessary measurements, when the fisherman tried to release it back in the water, it did a little turnover, which caused the poor man to drop down in the water. And even though the fisherman safely returned to the boat, a slight slip would have cost him his life. Long waddled bird. With its size just the same as the crow, sitting on a tree, this bird with odd features shocked the spectators. Well, it was actually an umbrella bird, which is native to the wilds of Southern America. But because it's considered an endangered species, the bird is rarely encountered by people, which adds into its weird appearance. But where the long waddle hanging from its neck might look scary, it actually helps the birds to amplify their calls. And despite their weird appearances, they are quite affectionate birds, and if raised correctly, they prove to be excellent birds. It's time for today's open discussion. Massive size and mighty arms, this giant octopus left the onlookers stunned when it was caught on the coast of California, found by a group of friends. According to them, the octopus was alive at the time of discovery, but was probably living its last breaths and was recovered by the rescuers dead. It was an insanely big octopus, which was probably sitting over a cluster of eggs. But where this image garnered the attention of many spectators, when uploaded on the internet, it started an online debate, because though some believed the image was authentic and it really did wash up on the beach of California, some were skeptical about it. But the truth could never be known. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos.